Welcome, Matt Taylor here with Mathematics Tutorial. Today I'm doing a few of the questions from 1 through 5 in 2.2 to show you how to do all of them because they all follow the same concept. Just going to show you one from each. So for question 1 I'm going to do K. So you can read it there. What you need to do is, or we can use the hint, express both sides of the equation with the base of 3. So it's talking about that one. Express both the equations with the base of 3. This one you have to express them both with a base of 2. So that's what I've done here. I've made it 2 squared squared because 2 squared is 4, squared is 4 squared, and then this side I've left the same for the moment. Oh, well, pretty much. And then you have to multiply these because if you have a power outside the bracket, you multiply it by what's inside the bracket. So it becomes x squared take 4x equals 2 to the power of 4. 2 times 2 is 4. X times x take 4 is x squared take 4x. Now when you've got an equation like this, you just need to take the top line here. So x squared take 4x equals 4, like I've done there. Made that equal 0. And some equations you'll be able to factorize by an inspection, but this one you have to complete the square. So completing the square, half 4 square, you get plus 4 minus 4. And you get a perfect square here, so it's x takes 2 squared, and take 8. Difference of 2 squared, take square root of 8 squared, because that's how you do difference of 2 squares. You need 2 squares and a subtract in there. And then it's x take 2 take root 8. Square root of 8 is same as 2 root 2. So x take 2 root 2, and x take 2 plus 2 root 2. So x is 2 plus or minus 2 root 2. Question 2. Solving for x like this, but with logs. I'll do question h. So log to base 5 of 125 equals x take 1. So log to base 5 125. So what power of 5 gives you 125? Well, the answer is 3. Because 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. So x take... Wait, how am I going to say this? So, excuse me. 3 equals x take 1. So x must equal 4. I'll show you here. So log base 5 125 equals 3. And then you replace this with 3, because that's what it equals. So 3 equals x take 1. So x equals 4. Excuse me. 3h. It's a long question, but not too difficult. So using the log laws to simplify it. So that and that are multiplied, and that are multiplied, and they still remain on their respective sides. So log to base 3 of x squared take x. That's just x take 1 multiplied by x. X squared take x. And this one's 2x plus 18. So you get x squared take x equals 2x plus 18. And then move that all over to one side. So it's x squared take 3x take 18. Factorize by inspection. That's an easy one, because take 6 and plus 3 will give you negative 3 when you add them together, and negative 18 when you multiply them. So x equals 6 and negative 3, but you can't take the log of a negative. So if this number was negative, you can't do that, because no power of 3 will give you a negative. So that answer is only 6. 4. Find x where it exists, giving your answers to 2 decimal places where appropriate. So I'll do v. 5 to the power of 2x plus 1 equals 2x. So this question you're supposed to use solve on the calculator. So very simple, just one step. If it gives you an answer like that, just press Control Enter and you'll get this answer, which is, since it asks for 2 decimal places, so you can't have it in an exact number like that, you have to have it in decimals, so you'd have negative 0.64 as your answer, 2 decimal places. 5. Find all values of x. I'm going to do g. 4 times e to the x plus 9 e to the power of negative x equals 12. Now this took me a while to figure out, not sure why, but it's a pretty difficult question. If I scroll up to the work example, just so you sort of know what I've done before I actually show you, what they do here, what they say you need to do for questions like this is make a common number. So see this 3x, they've made it here, and they can replace it with a constant, not a constant, variable. They're just calling it u, so I'm going to call it u in my equation just because that's what they've done here in the work example. So they just get u squared and 12u, because 12 times, they've replaced the 3x with just u. So just bear that in mind when I show you my workings out, so it doesn't look completely random. So yeah, this is the question. What I've done is I've made this into a positive power, so it's e to the power of negative x is the same as 1 over e to the power of x, and then multiply that by 9 and you get 9 over e to the x. And then we're letting e to the power of x, just like they were in work example, equal u. So we're substituting that in. 4u plus 9 over u equals 12. And then I don't want that as a fraction, so I'm going to multiply the whole equation by u. 4u times u is 4u squared. 9 over u times u is just 9. And 12 times u is 12u. And if you move that all over to one side, 4u squared take 12u plus 9 equals 0. Factorize that, you get 2u take 3 squared, because it's repeated, there's only going to be one answer. Then you go 2u take 3 equals 0, u equals 3 over 2. Now you have to substitute e to the power of x back in where u was, because that's what we substituted u as in the first place. So e to the x equals 3 on 2. And rearranging that for x is log to base e of 3 on 2. I don't know, that question, I thought that's pretty hard. So I'm glad I can show you how to do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.